Okay, this is just a quick rundown of some of the mechanics and a few tips and tricks and a couple little things you can do to make yourself a little bit safer for you and your fire team when running the final boss room in the new dungeon, Spire of the Watcher. So, first, the mechanics. So, it's pretty simple. Same mechanic you've been doing through this whole thing. And yeah, here we go. So, this is it. So when you first get in here, you start off in this room. So let's just call this room the control room because it controls the front door. So you'll notice right away there's the red wire ones introduced in just the mini jumping puzzle. There's 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what these their only purpose of these is to control that door right there, which we'll talk about why in a second. So on the left and right hand side, there's also the yellow wire circuits. So we got 1 and 2 over here. I'm just naming them for fun. That's not their actual numbers. And then on the other side here, there's 2 more, the third and the fourth one. So what these do is they power the generator in what we'll call the generator room, the room the boss is currently standing in. Now, of course, nothing different from all the other previous encounters in this entire dungeon as far as the yellow wire ones are concerned. You're just going to activate the breakers one at a time in the correct order to get the yellow power cords to turn blue. So if we follow the yellow cords, it takes us to the generator room. So the circuit is completed in these 4 breakers right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Completing 2 of these circuits gives power to the generator, which is the start of the damage phase. We'll talk about that in a second. Now, as soon as you start the encounter, here, let's get it going here. The boss is going to wake up and he's going to start coming towards you. As soon as he gets in the room with you, that front door is going to automatically close here. We won't see it. On the right and left hand side, 2 hydras are going to spawn in, which you have to kill them before the minotaurs will spawn in. The minotaurs that, drop the pool of electric buff that gives you the ability to activate breakers. So now the goal is to activate the red breakers there to open that front door again. So because this room's closed off, the boss is trapped in here with you. I mean, you can leave the room if you want to, but all the ads that are going to be spawning are spawning in this room right now. After we open that front door, they'll stop spawning in this room. This room will become a lot safer, and it's the generator room will become more dangerous, but just something to keep in mind. You'll notice like there's a bunch of exploding harpies from vaulted glass in here, so it's a little bit dangerous, but get the buff from the Minotaur, open the front door, and then you're good. So once you clear out the ads now in the control room, they will stop spawning in there, and the only thing you have to worry about really at that point is the Minotaurs in there. They'll keep spawning forever, which is good, and the boss will come and go through here now that the front door's open. Now that the front door's open, all you have to worry about is the yellow cords, the yellow circuits now. Now, 2 random ones have become active. You can tell they're active because they're opened up, like ready to shoot. They're not all closed off. So your goal at this point, anyways, is to find what 2 are active and start activating them in order. It's going to be a pain. The first few runs you do of this, trying to learn the locations of all the breakers, especially like, when you have all the ads and everything shooting at you. Yeah, it sucks, but eventually you'll figure out where they are and get used to it, start memorizing it just through repetition alone, and that's okay. Now, once you have 2 full circuits going to this generator, the generator is going to power on. So first thing, don't activate the very last one until your team's ready, because what's going to happen is you're all going to run back to the control room. The boss is going to stay here in this room with the generator, and you're going to close that door ASAP by shooting the red wires again. So see here, they opened up. I'm going to shoot them, and it's going to shut that door. Now it's going to trap the boss in there for the generator to overload. When the generator overloads, it's going to take away the boss's shield, the thing that's making him immune right now to damage. And then you can, as soon as the door opens up, just unload on him. So just make sure before you activate that final one to get power to the generator that one of you has the buff to shoot the red ones. I mean, it would suck to time it so that your buff runs out before you shoot the red ones, and then you'll lose out on a damage phase there. But that's all. You just lose out on a damage phase. It's not like you have to wipe or anything like that. After a short time, the boss will go immune again, and then you repeat the whole process. The 2 hydras will spawn in, you kill them. The minotaurs will spawn in, you kill them. You open the red door, and then you start completing the whatever 2 yellow circuits activated, which again, they're random. Now, if you're in a fire team, obviously pick some jobs. So one person is plenty for activating all the circuits and breakers. The other people probably should be focused on clearing ads. So the first part, when the door is closed, before you shoot the red breakers for the first time, the people in charge of killing ads should be in the control room, because that's where all the ads are spawning, like all the exploding harpies, everything. Now, after the doors open, the generator room is where all the ads are spawning in, so your teammates should preferably be in there. Now, if you're comfortable with it, as you're killing ads, take the boss's aggro too, just so the guy activating the breakers can, do it a bit more peacefully. That's always nice. And you're just going to repeat this over and over again. Now, a couple things. If you are clearing ads, if you're in this back generator room, the back left side when you're facing the main door is pretty safe. You're safe from the boss. The boss won't come up there. You can pull him up there, but you almost have to do it on purpose. Like, you have to stand by the stairs, wait till he's on top of you, and then slowly drag him up. But if you keep the cover between you and him, like, you're safe. He's not going to come up there. And you got a good line of sight to all the enemies that are going to spawn in to help keep the guy activating the breakers safe. It's pretty good. Also, this room, before you have the main door open, when the hydras are still there, you can still come back here through the little side accesses, the side tunnels. They're too small for the boss to fit through there, but you can come here and you can peacefully kill the hydras, or if maybe you and your team want to, let your supers recharge, or if you're the last team member left and you need a place to hide until your teammates can self-revive, that's cool too. Like, this room's pretty safe. Here's just a quick example. Just me and my buddy were running this quickly on our alt characters, and he died. So yeah, I'm just gonna run here. Now there's still some ads left over from the before the last damage phase there, but actually I should explain that more. So the ads spawn in here when the front door's open, right? So any ads left in here after the damage phase, they'll still be here. So just, it's safe, but just there might be a few leftover ads. That's all. Not a big deal. But either way, you can hang out here and just wait for your teammates' countdown. Other than that, that's the gist of this. You're just going to rinse and repeat this until the boss is dead. You can take as many damage phases as you please. There's no wipe or enrage mechanic, anything like that. So just to recap the steps. Step 1, kill the 2 hydras. Then the minotaurs spawn in. Step 2, kill a minotaur, activate the red breakers to open the front door. And then step 3, start activating the yellow circuits. There'll be 2. Now, after that, the generator is going to power up. The boss is going to go towards the generator. You're going to activate the red circuits again to lock the boss in the generator room, where your team will prepare for damage phase. The door is going to open up. The boss is going to take some damage from you and kill him. Just kill him. Yeah, easy, right? Some hard parts is, learning the location of the breakers. That's probably the biggest pain. But everyone will pick it up eventually. That's okay. And just remember, you can always run to the other room. So if the ads are spawning in the control room, you can run to the generator room and it's safe. If the ads are spawning in the generator room, you can hang out at the back left side when you're facing the front door, and it's pretty safe there. Now, rockets seem to work a bit better for this guy, just because, with him shooting and him being like the chicken wyvern type enemy, it's hard to hit that crit spot. It's pretty little. Div would probably work not too bad here, but honestly, once everyone gets like the weaken and clear, like this year's breach and clear going, it's going to be pretty easy. I think it's just the point to level up. You see that? This pissed me off. I got 2 chess pieces. That's nuts. That made me so angry. I can't even tell you how angry I got about that. Like, come on, that's not cool.